Welcome everyone. Today we're going to be looking at the roommate group process in the housing portal. This is how you're going to actually be able to select a roommate, and this is going to be really crucial if you want to live with a particular person during the room selection process. And so we're going to start on, we're going to be doing this on the iPad Live for you, and we're going to start with going right from our housing website. And so we're going to scroll down to housing portal, and we're going to log in, and hopefully you've all been in the portal at least once. You do need to have an application on file when you try to join a roommate group or create a roommate group. So make sure that you have that taken care of before you attempt to try this. And of course we're going to authenticate, because that's what we do here at USF. And everything went through, and so now we're going to continue. Okay, so we're in the housing portal. Now I've already applied for housing, and so at this point, now I want to actually create a roommate group. So we're going to go to Profile, Roommate Group Manager. We're going to select the application term or application that we have applied for in order to find a roommate. And so there we go, I've selected that. Now it's really important to know that your applications do need to match whoever you want to live with. So if you, let's say you're a student that has applied for the general housing, fall 25, spring 26, but you have a friend who's applied for Greek Village because they've already been here and they want to live in Greek Village in one of the sorority houses, you wouldn't be able to do that because you'd have different housing applications. So you want to make sure that your applications match whoever it is you're searching for. So in the software here, I'm considered a first-time in college student, which means I'm new to the university and I'll be coming in with less than 12 credits after high school graduation. And so the first step is to create a group, because I haven't been invited to a group and so I don't see any invites, but I do want to create a group, so I click Create a Group. You can give the group a name. I'm going to call it Dave's Group. And you can create a password. Now you see some password parameters there. Technically that is not a requirement, it's just a suggestion. So you can make it as long or as short as you need to, but you do want to give it some sort of password, okay? And so I put in a password, now I'm going to repeat the password, and I'm going to save my group. So now I have a group created, I'm the leader, and this is where it gets to be really interesting. If you happen to know whoever you want to live with, just click on Search for Roommates by name, university ID, or email. And so I happen to have a colleague that I'm going to search for. Let's see if I can find him without putting in his full name. I can. There he is. And so I'm a 58% match with him. But I know him. I really want to live with him. And so if I click Add to Group, now a request has gone out to him via email in order for him to respond by going into the portal and responding to my request for a roommate group. And so he has the ability to do that. Now, you know what? I've changed my mind already. I don't want him in my group, so I'm going to cancel. And now, here we are again. So, maybe I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody else from home that is coming to USF. And so I'm going to search for a roommate. Now, when you did your housing application, you have the ability to allow yourself to be searched for. And what's really great about this option is, so we have all these questions that you should have completed on your housing application. And what you're going to do is you're going to answer some of these that are critical to you. So it's going to start by trying to match on these particular items. And so, I don't smoke, so I would prefer a non-smoking roommate. I really want a neat room, so that's very important to me. And I'm not really comfortable living with an animal, so I'm going to say no animals. And then I can actually search, and I get a whole slew of people and how much they match with my overall roommate pairings. And so I could add a number of different people to the group or send them a message individually to suggest them to join my group. And so that's how you do the search. Now, what's important is I'm going to clear this. I'm going to go back to the previous page. And so at this point, really, you can also go in and do a suggest roommates. And so what this is going to do is it's going to look at all your answers again, but it's not going to have those critical items, and it's going to try to find the best matching people for you. And then again, you can try to either add them to a group or send them a message. Now, for those who already are in a group, they won't show up. And if you get a message or you meet somebody who says, you know, I formed a group and I already have a couple of people in it, and you're the leader of your group, you'll have to disband your group in order to join another person's group. What we in the housing department really like about this process is that there's no secrets. If you invite somebody, it's going to be visible to the people in your group. If you cancel somebody's invitation, it's going to be visible to everybody in the group. And so you can't hide and say, oh, I don't know how that happened. If you're doing it, you're the one who probably made that action as a leader. And so that's the group process. Now, another thing to be on the lookout for is, remember I said I was in the FTIC roommate group process. We also have one for our continuing students and our transfers. They're in a group together, and including our graduate students. And they won't see as many options for searching as a first time in college does, because they've probably been here for a while and they've already met people here. And so our expectation is they have that ability. Now, if you're a first time in college student and let's say you have a neighbor, a cousin, a sibling who's already here and you'd like to live with them, you wouldn't be able to participate in this part of the group process. If that's important to you, reach out to our office and we'll help you along with that process to be able to get the two of you together. All right, and so if you have questions about the process or you're running into a little problem, always reach out to our office. We're available at 813-974-0001 between 9 and 4, Monday through Friday, except on holidays. Or you can email us at housing@usf.edu. In the end, we're just going to say, go Bulls.